acknowledgement. We acknowledge the land we are meeting on is a traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. Very important that we always start with land acknowledgement. We have an absolutely spectacular event this afternoon. But first of all, that's me. So I'm Stephen Haynes. I'm the executive chair and sponsor of the Rogers Mosaic Inclusion and Diversity team. And it's an honor and privilege to be working with these group of phenomenal individuals. One of the key things I want to go through is just quickly talk about what our mission is. Embrace the strength of the cultural diversity at Rogers to create the best opportunities and experiences for our employees and customers to make more possible. And today we are definitely going to make more possible with this incredible event. It would not be successful without some of these key people, and I just want to do a quick shout out right out at the beginning while I've got everybody captive, and then also recognize some key VIPs that we have here today. So special thank you to my right-hand person, Sharon Hines. Also to the RIFF planning team, which is extensive. So Ella, Natasha, Andrea, Debbie, Tricia, Penny, Safia, and Andre, and also some wonderful other folks too. And as well, our executive producer of StorytellHers, Fenella Bruce. In addition, we have our esteemed panelists, and also Tammy Sutherland, and we'll introduce those folks a little bit later. But I wanted to recognize some special guests that we have here today. So we have the Honorable Jean Augustine. And for those of you that don't know, the Honorable Jean Augustine is responsible for us being able to celebrate and recognize Black History Month in Canada. She single-handedly had that passed with a unanimous vote in Senate to get that approved. So thank you very much, Jean, and to Valerie, her daughter, who's here as well. Also, we have Sonia Marvell Carter from the Consulate General of Barbados. Special shout out because my parents are from Barbados, so represent. And we also have Jenny Gums from the former Consulate General of Grenada. Thank you, Jenny. All right, so now I'm going to call to the stage Brent Johnson, who's the president of our wireless business unit, and he's going to say a few words on behalf of our executive leadership team. Brent?
Wow. What a great event, and thank you everyone for attending this very special event and this celebration. And a huge thank you to Rogers Mosaic for putting it all together and making it happen. I'm so proud to call myself an ally and supporter of Rogers' efforts to create a more diverse and inclusive culture. And as Joe likes to remind us, an environment where people can bring their whole selves to work every day. And I think that's just so critical to all of our stakeholders and our success as an organization and everyone in it. Special events at the end of the day are a huge part of making this type of a culture happen. So this is why I'm here today to support it, and I'm so glad again to see you all. And this is a great step forward we're taking together, and one that's also celebrating great Canadian content. So there's a nod to that as well. So with that, welcome again. Enjoy the film and the panel. I'm sure we'll all find it very fascinating and an exciting event. So welcome, and let's get started.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Brent. So I'd like to introduce Frances Ann Solomon, who's the founder of the Caribbean Tales Film Festival. And Frances Ann is going to talk a little bit about the movie that we're going to see today. And talk a little bit about that. But one of the things that I want to actually start off with is to actually announce something. I feel like I am at TIFF, actually. new groundbreaking announcement, and where are the cameras? Everywhere. And this is extremely exciting. So I'm just going to read this out and you'll understand where it's going. In its effort to keep diversity at the forefront of its mandate, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences invited 842 new members from 59 countries to join the organization responsible for the Oscar nominations. And Canadian filmmaker Frances Ann Solomon is on the list of directors. So Frances Ann Solomon will be one of the key decision makers for the 2020 Oscars. That's right, I'm putting it all on you, okay? All on you. And for years to come. And representation does matter. So without further ado, Frances Ann Solomon.
Okay, does it work? Does it work? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, it's amazing to be here. Thank you so much for all of you for organizing this amazing gathering. I feel like I'm with family, so it's wonderful. I feel, honored to be here with these two amazing women as well. For so long, we've been, doing our bit to raise representation of our people, of diversity, of women of color, and it's great to now be recognized. I have to thank you for that. It means a lot. Thank you. So I'm the CEO and founder of the Caribbean Tales Media Group, which has started 20 years ago now, and the festival is 14 years old now. The incubator program, 10 years old. I'm not that old. I started very, very young. But what I'm here to talk about also is 4 years ago we started a company called Cinefam, because from the center of my being it became necessary for me to put women of color at the center of the work that I do. So now Cinefam has a film festival, an incubator program for feature filmmakers, a micro-budget film program for emerging filmmakers, and we do accelerator programs in Belize, in Cuba, and in South Africa in 4 short years. But why I said that was because our goal with Cinefam was really to make visible, to promote, to support the work of creators, female creators of color, to put our perspective central. And I'm so proud to introduce this film that you're going to see this morning. It's called Pick, and this is exactly the kind of film that we as women of color want to see promoted and celebrated. Voices of young women creators, telling their stories from their perspective, and showing themselves. And I think this particular film is very, very important because it speaks to the reality of young people. And as almost an elder now, it becomes my responsibility, to each one teach one. Okay. Each one teach one. We have to take the next generation with us. We have to lift them up. We have to make sure, we have to be who we needed when we were younger. I think that's the thing, So I celebrate this young filmmaker. Yeah.